What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another episode of Soulstone Survivors, of course a daily series. We're going to be using the Arcane Weaver today, trying to get through 3 cycles of the Endless mode is I think what I'm going to go for. Honestly, I'm just like thinking of taking off almost all of this. Yeah, get that out of here. I'll keep that on because that's more elites, which means more XP. And then I'll put that on, honestly. Screw that and just like, yeah, I'm fine just keeping it like this. Because I just want to try to get through 3 cycles of the Endless mode so I can actually like unlock what I want to unlock. And I'm doing it here on the Arcane Weaver using his second staff here. The second weapon shoots out these burning abilities right here. That's just going to track onto enemies. Woo! See, I can't really aim, and then they kind of go wherever they want. And then our special weapon here summons a fire pillar at a random position that adds melting, and this adds burn. What I'm thinking of, and you can go ahead and check out these if you'd like to, pretty simple stuff, is I would like to put a bunch of burn on my enemies, and especially the bosses. The problem I keep encountering is I get late into the run, and there's too many bosses, and they keep spawning faster and faster, and I just like barely can't take care of them. But if I can apply a bunch of burning to them, then even when I run around them in circles and kind of just like shoot my abilities at them, then they can kind of just tick down and die. So I think that's what I'm going to go for. I can apply melting to them to get their armor off too. Maybe some crit could be good. So we'll see, but that's kind of my ideas. I want a pretty good fire build here. I don't know how many fire abilities we'll get, but I'm looking for fire abilities specifically. Alright. Holy shit. Legendary for everything but magical? That's amazing. Speaking of firebolts, immediately. Yeah, cool. I'll take that. We'll go ahead and we'll just start slapping out. I just want to get a big fire build here. And if I could have gone for the Pyromancer, the thing with the Arcane Weaver is he has an immediate 15% extra XP multiplier. So I can just immediately start leveling up even faster and faster and faster. Whereas the Pyromancer doesn't have that. We also are losing some health and some armor on this character, so we gotta be a little more careful. But that's okay. I think we can manage. I don't know, I've been getting deeper in these runs than once I get to like the cycle 3, whether it was the Overlord or the Endless mode for the past like 2 runs, it's just like gets crazy to where I just can't even kill what I need to kill. Yeah, cast frequency, please. I do think Deathclaw is actually kind of lackluster, honestly. Yeah. I actually love Icy Vortex though. I will go that. Yeah, multicast. I think Icy Vortex is really good. You know, I actually got like a new Ice Tornado looking ability a little while ago after I finished a run that I haven't got to try yet, and I don't even know, maybe I could get it on this character. I would love to see that. So multicast is huge on this character, obviously with its main ability being these little attacks you throw out. You need multicast to really enable that so you can shoot out more than like 3 of them at a time. Eventually you're going to be shooting out like, I don't know, 20 of them at a time, and it's pretty helpful then. You're playing a lot of burn. But it takes a little bit to get there, I will say. Ooh, missile. Sure, let's go that. Acid Rain, I think, is pretty good. I like Rot, honestly. But, well... Aiming at raining acid on enemies, applying Rot. Let's give it a try for now. Sure, give me the crit. Let's give it a try. Put some rot on this guy. Because the good thing about rot is it actually spreads to other enemies when the enemy with rot on it dies. So for crowd control here early on, rot is going to be really good. Because it's just going to go ahead and kind of like chain lightning itself around and take these dudes out. So not a bad idea, honestly. Another thing with this game is any kind of tick damage we have can crit itself. So every single tick of burn, of poison, of rot can do its own crits. That's why I want to get my crit up as well if I can. So that'd be good too, because I really do want to rely on this tick damage to just do a bunch of damage and start tearing up these enemies. Yeah, fragility works for me. Let me roll for a second. Ooh. Yes, please. I was going to reroll, but then I was like, okay, that is amazing. Like I said, crit. Smite, Poison Cloud. I'll reroll here for like 2 really quick, just to see if there's anything I was interested in. Not really so far, so it's okay. I'll pass on that. I would say Rot is the thing I'd be at all interested in trading out. I like our other stuff with our burning and our melting that we can apply. Sorry, I did want to check. This applies burning, right? Yes. Just making sure. sometimes abilities that you would think would apply something just like don't for some reason. And then you're like, huh? This is like an ice attack. Why doesn't it slow? This is a fire attack. Why doesn't it burn? The game's just kind of like, So I just wanted to be sure on that one. I'm slowed. Why am I slowed? I don't know. Not anymore. Okay, fragility, we goes to bleed. Any kind of tick I can get, I want it. I just want the tick damage. Fragility. Yes, please. Ooh, baby. Now we're talking. Cast frequency is huge, too. Look how fast our first ability goes with cast frequency and whatnot. So you see how often it casts? So then we just need to get the multicast on it up, and you're just going pew, 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 and you're constantly shooting out these little firebolts, and then that's how you get burns stacking up really, really fast. And then when we hit somebody, we have a chance to apply fragility, which has a chance to apply bleed, and we have our rot. So we have a lot of ways of applying a lot of different ticks of damage onto our enemies, and that's exactly what I want to try to enable with this build. And overall, I think we're doing that pretty good so far. And the melting. Get that armor off of them. Oh yeah. So getting the area of the belt up. And then we just got the icy vortex blowing up on their cheeks. I like this build. I'm a pretty big fan so far. Definitely get that. Yep. Uh-huh. Ooh. Yeah. Alright. Those are some good upgrades. We're much stronger now. I do need some XP modifiers, I will say. I passed up a few, but only because they were a lower tier rarity than some of the other upgrades that have been on the screen, and I didn't want to pass up those other upgrades. It just wasn't worth it. It just wasn't worth it. Yeah, you know what I had earlier? I had a Big Mac for dinner. Well, kind of dinner, breakfast, because I woke up really late, and then I just ordered a Big Mac. But that's not the point. The point is I had a Big Mac, and it is like my favorite fast food. I say, but also it's very close with Five Guys. Five Guys burgers are slapped. If you've never had a Five Guys burger, you gotta try it. I say this every now and again, they're so good. Now, it's kind of expensive compared to other fast food, but it is very, very good. They also have like shakes and stuff, but I don't usually get those. But the burgers are insane, next tier level. Like, I love them so much. The fries there also slap really, really hard. Now, McDonald's goes really hard on their fries and stuff, but the fries have to be fresh. You know what I mean? The second a McDonald's fry gets any kind of cold, it's just like count your days. It's over for you. Creates an arcane shield around you, absorbing up to 30 damage and lasting for 15 seconds. When the shield expires, it causes 72 times the damage absorbed as damage you... Okay. That could be fun and cool, but I'm not going to do it this run, but someday I would like to try that out. It sounds pretty dope. Gas frequency. Sure. Bleed goes to poison. Ooh, yes. So now our fragility causes bleed, causes poison. Now we're starting to loop. That's what you want to try to do, is loop all this stuff up. Then you're sitting pretty. See how many effects we're applying to him? Just by stacking up regular little hits? That's good. Okay. So we just kind of need that to spiral as much as it can out of control until we just are applying crazy amounts of tick damage to these guys. That's kind of what I'm banking on, doing a lot of damage. We'll see. We can get our like fire bolts up to be pretty good direct damage too, I think. Yeah, okay. Ooh, okay. I wasn't sure if I wanted that, but the game kind of clicked it itself. Burn. And that for sure. Might is like such a good buff. I mean, look at it, it's already level 6, that's perfect. If we can get it to where Might is almost always up, yeah, that'd be pretty huge. But yeah, I mean, McDonald's slaps. I haven't had McDonald's nuggets in like forever. I had the cup, right? And the cup had this thing on it. It said like, want free Mickey D's for life? And I was like, yes. And it said on the side, because I wanted to read the fine print, it was like, for life is defined by 2 meals per week for 50 years. That's what it was defined as. So, I don't know if it was actually for life, but hey, I wouldn't even want to win that, I don't think, because I don't want to eat McDonald's every week just for my own health. I especially don't want to eat it 2 times a week, but if I had it for life, I feel like I would be like wanting to take advantage of it, or else I'd feel like I was just missing out on this crazy opportunity I have. So then I feel like I get really fat. So we're not going to do that. Wound. Yep, that's huge. Wound is going to make our other effects just crazy spiral out of control, or at least that is the hope. I'm gonna take a sip of water here really quick, which is on the ground, so I gotta reach down and grab it. 1 second. Oh yeah, baby. That's the good. That is the good. Honestly, I think this build is coming together pretty good. With the addition of wound here, we're getting more set. So now is when I want to get my crit going like crazy, because the more we can crit, the more we can get wound procking, the more we can get all of our other things to proc. And like I said, our burn itself, boom, smackdown, can apply its own crits, and then, I mean, so can any of our ticking stuff, which is how it can really spiral out of control, and you can get so many stacks of burn, doom, and all this stuff onto your enemies. So that's what we're trying to do. My fingers are honestly kind of tired. This is the second one of these I recorded, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the first one was pretty long if you saw yesterday's episode. If you didn't, go back and watch that. I talked about some pretty cool stuff, including capitalism, and Netflix shows, and Noah Centineo, or something like that. Oh, and people, and how they suck, and how they're great. The dichotomy of life. And that's not the point right now. Let's frag these guys. Oh, give me the XP, baby. Imagine living your life as just like a walking XP delivery vessel. That's what these enemies are for me. It's kind of sad, honestly. I mean, they literally spawn in and they just... I mean, they do attack me, to be fair. Like, sure, I'm attacking them. I'm not going to deny that. But, like, they're kind of attacking me first. Every time you apply a stack of poison, there's a 50% chance of applying doom. And then there's more doom. And actually give me a little bit of health, because I only have 160 there, and I want to get that up over, like, 300 if I could, just to be a little safer. Sometimes you get hit, and it gets dangerous. So, I'd like to get that up a little. Speaking of... Alright, Beyblade, can you, like... Oh, hey. Let's chill out, Exploder. It's kind of stuck in the way. I can't really hit Beyblade right now. Now we're talking. Yeah, come this way. Oh, look how many ticks of damage are on your goopy cheeks. Ouch. How'd you do that? That was rude. Alright, let's go get this boss crystal. What are you crazy little golem ogre dudes doing? I think you're ogres. Are you? How many eyes do you have? That's Cyclops. Yeah, you're ogres. Yeah, I'm pretty smart in my fantastical creature knowledge. I've watched every single Fantastical Beasts movie. I would say multiple times, but I'd be lying to you. Those movies are so funny because I'm talking about like the Crimes of Grindelwald movies, you know, the Harry Potter ones with like Newt Scamander, and it's called Fantastic Beasts is what it's called. And I have seen all of them, but the funny thing is every time somebody goes to play Grindelwald, the actor gets like canceled. First it was Johnny Depp, and then it was like he's beating his wife, which, you know, didn't turn out to be true. That's show business, baby. And then it was, oh god, who played him second? Well, this isn't Blue's Clues, so even if you scream it at the screen, I can't hear you. But, you know, put it in the comments. And then a third person had to play him in this latest one. And it's just really, really funny to me how they have to get a different actor to play this guy every single movie. It's just, they don't acknowledge it in universe, obviously, but it just cracks me up because it's like, damn, dude. This poor guy. This poor franchise. Which I actually like it. It's not, you know, it's no Harry Potter, but I didn't expect it to be. I expected it to just be like in a universe, which it is, you know? And that's good enough for me. Complete a match in less than 12 minutes with the Arcane Weaver. Oh, we barely missed a sub 10. I would have gone a little faster had I seen that, but I didn't notice. I'm going endless, right? Yeah. Going endless. We'll try Overlord again, maybe next episode or something. Let's do burn. And then keep going with the crits. Like I said, crits are a big deal for us. Oh my god, look how many effects we're stacking on these guys, like, instantly. You gotta love that. Good, this run is coming together exactly how I want. Excuse me, I'm kind of moving around in my chair here for a second, so I might sound kind of strained. I'm not, like, puking my guts up or anything. I'm just moving. Just moving. you guys sit in your chairs really weird? Like, I can't sit in a chair regularly. You want me to sit with my, like, back straight up? I mean, I do sit with my back straight up. I make sure I do that when I'm recording to actually keep my posture somewhat good and not ruin my back by the time I'm 30 years old. But, I do always have my legs up. Like, I can't sit with my legs down. Even in public, I hate doing it. It feels so uncomfortable. But I don't know. People that sit like that, I'm just like, are you comfortable right now? Like, you have to be so uncomfortable, right? Having your legs just like just down. Mine are always like folded up or over or in crisscross applesauce even sometimes when I'm sitting in my chair or whatever it may be. But they're never just like down. That's so uncomfy. You know, like, I don't know. I think people are crazy when I see them just like sitting normally for like extended periods of time. I'm like, do you not know true comfort in life, my friend? Do you not know the ways of sitting like a freak? I look taller when I do that. It's funny because, you know, you can't really tell how tall somebody is when they're sitting down. Because I'm like 6 foot, 6'1". And when I'm sitting, I don't think I look as tall. Although I guess I don't know because I am me, so I can't really see me. But I don't know. Most of my height is in my legs, I feel like. I mean, I have a decently long abdomen, but most of my height is from my legs. Like, I have really long legs. So until I stand up, you don't necessarily even know that I'm a tall person. So that's something interesting to think about when you see a tall guy. It's like, because have you ever seen that? Sometimes I've seen that before. People like, yeah, that guy's probably not that tall. And then, boop, they stand up and they're just like, and they just like extendo leg, like go gadget extendo leg. Which, okay, by the way, go gadget, just so we're clear, or Inspector Gadget, man's is just RoboCop for children. So now you have that thought in your head. But he's pretty cool. I like Inspector Gadget. I watched that quite a bit as a kid. The movie, not the cartoon. I was a little too young to watch the cartoon, but I watched the movie a lot. Big Inspector Gadget extended universe fan. I'll say that much. Is there an extended universe? Probably, definitely not. No. Should there be? You know, I think again I'm going to go on a limb here and say no. Could there be? Well, I don't put anything past Disney nowadays. I'm pretty sure Disney has the rights to Inspector Gadget. If I remember correctly, that was a Disney movie. So, okay, you know what? Actually, I'm going to call it right now. Inspector Gadget is going to get like a new series or movie in the next 5 years. They're going to reboot it. Guaranteed. They're rebooting everything nowadays. They're going to reboot Inspector Gadget. And if I can be completely honest with you, I think I'm down with it. I think I'm here for the Inspector Gadget reboot. Give me fire, honestly. Yep. Fire is what I'm feeding into on this one, so I just wanted the damage up on the fire abilities. I know the damage modifier would have been great on the other abilities, but they're pretty big right now, honestly, anyways, so I wasn't too worried about it. Sometimes you gotta make the difficult choices when you're picking an upgrade in a video game that doesn't have any real-life matter. But yeah, I don't know. Inspector Gadget, pretty pogged franchise. Or can I even say franchise, because was it literally just the one movie? Was there an Inspector Gadget 2? Like that same actor? I don't know. Now I'm questioning my whole life. This is what happens when you get older and then you forget how many Inspector Gadget movies there are, you know? This is real stuff affecting real people. What a shame. What a shame. Alright, you guys need to die. There you go. Thank you very much. Yeah, see, Icy Vortex, see how hard those hit when they actually explode? And then the rise going off. Yeah, dude. Oh, the second we got wound, this run got so much better. Oh, you know what? I was wondering why I unlocked another runic power. I think I finished an achievement where I like defeated my 500th Lord of the Void or something. Because I think I was looking at that and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. And I think we did it on the last run, maybe. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, make me faster. Make me faster. I think Fireball's actually doing pretty good too. I don't usually give like Fireball a try ever. I don't think I've ever really used it that in depth, but I think it's kind of going nutty for us right now. I don't know. I mean, it is our best direct damage attack, I think. I don't really... Yeah, I think it actually is going to cook that guy a little bit. I know it's kind of hard to tell because, like, you can't really see the abilities all the time, but, like, trust me. Just look where I'm aiming and then think about what the ability is and read the description when I get it in case you don't know how it attacks, and then it'll all puzzle itself together. Okay, here's a good test of if Fireball's hitting hard. Fireball is right here where my mouse is right now. You see this? This little effect is the Fireball. So it's about to hit him, so we're going to see how much damage it does when I come out of this pause menu. You ready? Not too bad. I mean, it applied bleeding, right? Or, burning. That's what I meant to say. Dude, actually, this tick damage is kind of nuts. Interesting. I'm kind of trying this out as an experiment for when I go to Overlord node again, to see if tick damage is the way to go to killing all the bosses when they all start bumping up on each other. And I think it might just be. Hello. Yeah, like, look at that. And then Doom can kind of go off sometimes. Okay. Might be onto something here. Might be onto something. This was my hunch, so I'm glad to try it and kind of see. Maybe I was correct. Because I think it has to be ranged too, is the thing. Because every time I try to do one where I'm like more close up, I just get my cheek slapped eventually. Like, it just gets to the point where I can't get in to fight the enemies anymore. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't get in there even to fight these dudes. I don't know. I get a little silly sometimes. Oh, that's fun. Let's do that again. Let's explode me straight into an attack? Huh. Not cool. Are my fireballs shooting like... Oh yeah, they're shooting like really fast. That's good to know. Oh yeah, that stacks up the fire really quick. So I don't even think the direct damage from the fireball is that big, but what it's doing is it's applying super amounts of burn. So that's what's really good about it. That splitter did more damage there. Fun. Is there a health crystal anywhere in this map? Maybe? That was a little dry here, sorry about that. Oh, hey, there's one. There's one. Then if I level up again, I should be pretty close to full health. Pretty close. Yeah, we're getting there. Okay. Yes, please. Ooh. So legendary multicast for Firebolt or multicast for Fire Pillar. Huh. Because you're just... Yeah, I mean... I will go Firebolt, to be honest with you. Hey, give me some armor. Why not? Gotta get some defense every now and again so that if we get hit randomly because of a splitter push us into a big attack, we don't just take 80 damage like we did last time. You know what I mean? Hey there, I'm trying to bomb you down. You mind if I just kind of bomb you down? Now, back to Inspector Gadget. I mean, look. You're like, child RoboCop, right? Well, let's think about it. He was like a cop, right? And then he got messed up, and then the police department like took him and gave him like cybernetic enhancements. But he was just like goopy. So, not like Goofy the dog, but like goofy personality. Goofy the dog also does have a goofy personality. Even in a Goofy movie, but also a Goofy movie is... Oh, that's a good movie. Not a lot of like father-son movies, right? Not really a relationship you see focused on too much in like movies. Not the whole movie's about it. Goofy movie? Goofy movie does that perfectly. You gotta respect that. A true Disney classic, but a Goofy movie 2, where they go to college, and I say they because for some reason Max goes to college and Goofy, who is his father, goes to college, and it's like, why did Goofy, I don't remember why Goofy went back to college actually, now I'm forgetting. But then Maxine is gone. Is Maxine gone in that? That's the girl he likes. That's her name, right? I think so. It's a crazy franchise. Good soundtrack, though. I mean, slapper soundtrack. Eye to Eye. Oh, On the Road Again. Hey, I could go on about it. Yeah, Goofy movie soundtrack all day, but I won't do it. I'll spare you that. Give me the multiplier. What's up, big boy? Usually you bombard me with attacks. Imagine if I just like bombard you with attacks. You can do like a slash or something if you want. There you go. God, I forgot how easy it is to dodge one boss. It's just like, okay. It's harder to dodge these elites when they stack up than it is to dodge that boss. I'm pretty fast, I like that. I like how high movement speed runs. Although my defense is not the greatest, so that's kind of the trade-off I've put in for this one. But I'm just trying to get our damage crazy too, so it's not too bad. A lot of people. Alright, you guys want to die? Ooh, hello. I mean, there's a lot of good Disney movies. You know what's a slept-on Disney movie is Brother Bear. You never seen Brother Bear? I mean, you can watch it yourself if you like, you know, like kids movies or whatever, which is fine. I do too. Like Pixar movies, slapper. But Brother Bear, ooh, what if you have kids, especially? Like, show it to your kids. Yes, please. I'm gonna take a sip of water here before I do all of these. Give me 1 second. Ooh. A little bit of health here too, why not? So Brother Bear is basically like, these guys, are they, I think they're Native Americans, and, you know, they're just living in, like, I don't know where the heck they live, like, in terms of the country, somewhere, but it's really cold, it's snowy, and, there's this guy, I think it's like some kind of ceremony where you get, like, a animal to be, like, your spirit animal type thing, and he gets, like, a really lame animal, and then there's, like, his brothers go hunting or something, and he kind of gets them killed by a bear. Yeah, he gets his brother killed by a bear. Or wait, hold on, I'm trying to remember this plot exactly. He kills, oh yeah. He goes hunting, and he kills this bear that turns out to be a mama bear, and it had like a kid, right? And so now this kid is all alone. But the bear, he only killed the mama bear because it killed his brother, who was also hunting the bear. And so now nature is like mad at him, and they're like, what the heck, dude, why'd you kill this freaking bear? You saw that it had a child. That's fucked up. And then what it does, okay, good cycle there, is it takes him and it turns him into a bear, and now he is basically like the brother to the little baby bear that he killed the mom of. So he has to go on this whole journey with the little baby bear as his new like brother bear. That's why the movie's called Brother Bear. Pretty self-explanatory once you actually think about that, but also not very self-explanatory because it's a crazy concept for a movie. But it's really good. Slapper soundtrack. I think oh wait, what's his name that does the Tarzan soundtrack? I don't know. The only name in my head I have right now is Elton John, but obviously it's not that. Hold on, because I gotta know now. What's your freaking name, dude? Phil Collins. That's what I'm thinking of. Phil Collins, which pretty slappy music, but good soundtrack on that one too. Absolute bop of a movie, but it I think it tanked box office wise. But I remember my dad actually took me to see it in theaters when I was a little kid, and it slapped pretty hard. And to this day, I will watch that movie. I haven't watched it for quite a few years now, but I think I watched it with my friend one day. Just like, he used to come over and we just like watch random movies. And that's one of the ones we watched. Yep. So, Brother Bear, certified classic. But definitely a wild one. But really good animation and everything, but it's just one of those, again, that flopped box office. So then it kind of just didn't really get much recognition or anything, which is unfortunate. It happens. I have a feeling that's going to happen with another Disney movie coming out soon. There's some like weird one where it's like they're explorers on different planets or something, but like it just doesn't look like one that's very marketable. And even I, from the marketing I've seen, am not really interested in it. It looks just kind of goofy. But you never know. Sometimes it'll be like a marketing surprise, and then it goes off, and the movie's actually really good, and then everyone goes and watches it. But I don't think it's going to be their next Encanto, which was like big slapper. Fucking love Encanto. Now, if that's one you haven't seen, hey, that's good for everybody. Everybody's going to enjoy that movie. Whether you're 4 or 4D, that's just a slapper. An absolute bop slap and a clap. Go ahead and do an attack. There you go. Because now I can get behind you and just beat your shit in. Dude, that's so good. Those ticks go crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously every Pixar movie is basically a slap. Except for like Cars 2. That was a... Yeah, not a slapper. Just not a slapper in the slightest. But Cars 3 actually does kind of slap. Like, have you ever seen Cars 3, but you watched Cars 1 when you were a kid, and then you like watch Cars 2 and you're like, okay, Cars sucks now? Watch Cars 3, because Cars 3 kind of brings it back. And I was impressed. I was like, okay, Cars 3 kind of goes hard. Would I ever watch it again? Yeah, maybe one day with like my nephew or something. But I'm not going to go out of my way to watch Cars 3 again, but I am glad that I've seen it. So now I can tell you to watch it, because it's pretty darn good. Potency, damage. The thing with Cars 2 is they were like, let's take Tow Mater and make him the main character, and he's a spy. And it was like, but nobody wants that. The thing, this is where companies mess up a lot. They take someone like Tow Mater and everyone's like, oh, I love this character. But the reason you love that character is because they were a really funny side character, you know what I mean? And when you make them the main character, and you don't tone down those really annoying characteristics they might have, then what happens is everyone just starts hating that character because it's just too much of a good thing, you know what I mean? That happened with, like, I think I was talking about Jimmy Neutron the other day and how I watched like a 2.5 hour long video that was like a retrospective of Jimmy Neutron, and eventually he got to talking about like Planet Sheen a little bit, and Planet Sheen was a spin-off with the character Sheen from Jimmy Neutron, and he got stuck on another planet, and that was like his show. The thing was, Sheen was super funny and had some of the best lines and jokes in Jimmy Neutron, but he was funny because you had him in these small doses where he wasn't the main character. And when he became that main character, the show was just terrible, because nobody wants to sit there and watch, you know, dipshit character do dipshit joke over and over and over and over. And every joke was just, he's stupid. You know what I mean? And that's fine when he's just a side character, and every now and again you have that joke. But when he's the main character and every joke is just, he's stupid, it's like, okay, can he do some character growth and, like, I don't know, take an English class or something? Because, man, not good. Not good in the slightest. So that show was a big flop, got canceled pretty quick. You know a show's getting canceled, a Nickelodeon show's getting canceled when it went to Nicktoons. Nicktoons was like Nickelodeon's, well, how do I really explain this? It was just where they took the Nickelodeon cartoons, that's why it's called Nicktoons, that weren't doing well on the main channel, and they put them on the second channel. So they had, you know, a place to be for a while, and if viewer interest was good enough on that channel, I think they might have had a chance to kind of come back or whatever. And they'd also put like older cartoons on there too, so it's kind of like a Cartoon Network boomerang type situation. Oh god, why did I do that? It was a little silly of me. Little silly of me. Skipped a legendary part thing there. I didn't see it fast enough. I thought it was just a regular upgrade. I did get an epic upgrade, so it's really not that big of a deal, but bit of an oopsie. Dude, you are burning up. It's the summer and you are in hell. Alright. Took him out. Very good there. This is loop 2, right? I thought so. There's a lot of good Nicktoons though, like Danny Phantom, obviously. Big slapper. Everyone loves Danny Phantom. Danny Phantom was just, I mean, basically, I was going to compare him to something, but I forget what now. But to be, kind of like Spider-Man-ish. He's like a superhero, right? His parents are ghost hunters. They make a portal to the ghost zone, it was called. Not very like inventive names, but you get the gist. And the portal doesn't work, so then he like takes a look inside of it. Everything goes green, something like Flash. I'm trying to do the theme song, but I forget the exact words. But basically, my boy turns into half ghost, half human, so he can turn into like a ghost, and then has like ghost powers, so he can like shoot ectoplasm beams and like, you know, go through walls and fly. So he has some pretty cool powers. But really good show. Everyone loved that. My Life as a Teenage Robot, slapper show. Again, premise kind of in the name of the show. She's a teenage robot, and she's got to like, you know, try to be a normal girl, but also save the world, because she's like a robot that saves the world. Slapper show. A lot of good shows. Some pretty crazy shows. There was a show called Mr. Meaty, You've probably like seen clips of it online because it was fucking insane. And they're like these puppets. I don't even want to think about it. That show was fucking insane. It actually gave me some like phobias of things. Yeah, kids' entertainment is funny. Sometimes they're just like, hey, let's do like a terrifying Halloween episode and actually like scare these kids shitless. Or give them some deep-seated trauma. And I'm like, ooh, deep-seated trauma. Thanks, Nickelodeon. Woo! Good dodge there. Oh. They're pretty strong, I will say. I quite like this run. This is a good idea. I was just looking at what I could do, and I was like, this guy's got the fire wand. Maybe I could kind of do a tick damage build here and see how strong we get it. And it came together quite well here. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. Yeah, I watched a lot of TV as a kid. But I mean, I went outside a lot too, to be fair. That's the thing, people nowadays are like, oh, these kids nowadays, they don't even play outside. And it's like, yeah, they do. Like, come on. You think kids actually don't play outside nowadays? Kids want to run around, you know, kids want to have fun with each other and like, you know, play tag or manhunt or hide and seek, whatever it is. Like, kids still go outside and play. That's so stupid to just think kids don't go outside and play just because technology has advanced. Like, come on now. Obesity rates are rising in the country, I mean, that's for sure, but that's kind of a diet issue as well as an exercise issue, and, yeah, but kids still want to play and have fun, and they do. I always think that's just such a silly thing to hear, like, that they just don't go outside, because it's like, I feel like it's people who don't have kids that say that, or they had kids, like, 20 years ago, and now their kids are all, like, you know, adults, and they're just like, I don't think you know what you're talking about, brother. Wait till your kid has some grandkids for you, and then you'll be like, oh, hey, these suckers actually want to like go outside and run around and shit. Yeah, because they're children and they enjoy that. No shit. What a weird thing. I used to like playing outside a lot. You know what's crazy to me? I would literally go to my friend's house, knock on their door to see if they were home, and just like not even care about it. If you just want me to go up to someone's house nowadays and knock on their door, I would be like, are you fucking insane? There's people in there. People live in there, dude. You want me to knock on their door? And then, like, interact with them? Hell no. You're crazy. Get the fuck out of here. Back in the day, I was all over it. I was like, alright, let's knock on this door. Let's get this party started, baby. Just do the damage, for sure. I don't know. Crazy times. See, I was always like, I think there was different kind of kids. You were like a skateboarder, you really liked your bike. I was a scooter kid, like a Razor scooter. Let me tell you, I had like the coolest Razor scooter because it had like big wheels so I could go over more stuff and everything. But man, the amount of times that I ate shit on that scooter, oh baby, it was quite a bit. There was one time that I was riding and my parents were on the front porch and I wanted to wave at them. And so I was like, this is a good idea. Let me take one hand off my handlebar and then wave at them with that hand. And I'll just use one hand to steer. Was not a good idea. Could have been a good idea if I put the other hand like in the middle of the handlebar. But no, I kind of just like kept it on the side. So obviously it immediately came and turned because I wasn't really thinking about like, I don't know, any simple physics. And then, yeah, wasn't too good. Wiped out there, ate some shit. That was never too good. And nothing hurts more than a scooter to the ankle, you know? That's a classic meme for a reason. Take a little sip of water here, excuse me. Gotta stay hydrated, baby. It really does hurt. I mean, oof. That shit's bad. But another time I was riding my scooter and the entire handlebar just like came out. Because there are like two pieces, you could like adjust it up and down. But it's not supposed to literally come out. But the part where you hold on and you steer came out. So I like flew backwards and just like, you know, ate shit. No concussion or anything, but didn't feel good, you know? Did not feel good. I'm kind of just standing still here because the game is actually kind of letting me. It's kind of spinning around when I cast so I can kind of like throw my attacks out everywhere. It's kind of like a tower defense game. Alright, we'll move again. Give my fingers a rest, but that's okay. We'll play it again. So yeah, I was never a bike kid or skateboarder at all, really. I like going on longboard sometimes, but not really interested in skating. The skating kids were kind of annoying. Some of them were. I mean, there's some cool skater kids, obviously. Don't want to lump everyone in a group, but for the most part, there's kind of like, ugh, you're a skater kid, huh? I had this friend who, after we graduated high school, wanted to fucking learn how to skateboard. Like 2 years after we graduated, we were like 20, and I was like, my guy, I'm sorry, the time has passed. You can't do this and think that it's cool anymore. Like, if you want to keep skating as an adult, and you started when you were a kid, that's one thing. But to start skating at the age of 20, I was like, that's a bad idea. And of course, you know, he was just eating shit left and right, getting the hell beat out of him, and I was like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this to yourself? Stop it. Stop it now. I think he eventually did kind of stop, but he would literally just make me like, we'd be driving and he would just go pull into a random parking lot, and I was like, what are you doing? And then he would just like pull out his skateboard and go, I want to show you this trick. And I was like, oh my god. Absolutely no offense, but also take full offense to this. I don't want to see your fucking kickflip. I really don't. And like I said, no offense, but also, yes, please take full offense. I really just don't want to see you miss an ollie 16 times until you finally hit it one time and you look at me and you go, whoa, pog, dude. But I was a supportive friend, so I would go, yeah, good job, nice. Until he eventually fell over, and then I'd be like, ooh, can we go get food now? And then we get food. And that's what I was there for. Weird guy, but I don't know. Maybe it was like a quarter-life crisis. Which would mean that he dies at like, what, 80? Which, that's not too bad. You see, I was born in 99, so if I can live to be 100, then I'll live in 3 centuries. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. The only thing is, like, I don't think I want to live that long. It's just a really long time. I want to, like, you know, accomplish what I want to accomplish. You know, get a little family, have a good career, whatever. And then die at, like, yeah, probably around 80. I mean, because the thing is, I don't want to live a super long time when my quality of life is just dog. You know? Like, it just doesn't even sound appealing to me in the slightest. If my quality of life is dog and I'm going to the doctor like every single week to do this and that and that, I'm just like, yeah, take me out. I'm not for it anymore, Chief. It's been a good run, but I'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here. You know? I'm just, it's not for me. It's not for me. But hey, some people have really good longevity and they age really well, and I hope to do that. That's why I try to sit up straight and be pretty active and not eat too badly. But you know, I'll address that more when it matters later in life. You know, like most of America, address it when it's too late, and then act like you're actually helping yourself. I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. Just so weird. Like, you get this like weird shit when you're older. Like, my dad has diverticulitis, so he just like can't eat corn or most nuts because it would like fuck up his stomach. And it's like, you're telling me I'm gonna get to a point one day when I might not even be able to just like eat a fucking peanut without it threatening to kill me? Which I know some people already live with their whole life because like they're allergic to peanuts, but like, bitch, I'm not. I fucking love peanuts. You're telling me I can't eat peanuts? I want to eat the peanuts. Peanuts are like one of the only nuts that I actually like. You know? I can't even imagine living in a world where I couldn't eat peanuts. I mean, I can. It would be like this world, except for without peanuts. But it wouldn't be as cool. It would be a bit of a bummer. I'll be honest with you. I know some people that are lactose intolerant that love dairy so much that they just don't care. They'll just like pop a Lactaid and just eat the dairy. So they're like, screw this. I want the ice cream, and I want it to be full of dairy. You know, I want this piece of cake. I want this cheese pizza. Like my cousin, shout out to my cousin, he can't eat dairy because he's lactose intolerant. So we go get pizzas, and he has to get like cheeseless pizza, which I know he's gotten used to, and he even knows his exact like Domino's order, and he likes to get it from Domino's Not because Domino's is like the greatest, but because he knows that they'll do it correctly, because he's got it proven so many times. And I was like, that makes complete sense. But it's like, man, I would be so sad if I had to get a pizza just without cheese. Like, that's a pretty big ingredient of a pizza, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't want to lose the cheese. I think I'd rather just not eat pizza if I couldn't get it with cheese. It just wouldn't be right. I mean, it's still like bread, you know. Bread is pretty fogged up, I'll be honest. But at that point, just give me like some garlic bread, and then I'll like, or garlic knots or whatever, and then some marinara on the side, and then I'll like bake some pepperoni on there or something, and then I can just like make my own little cheeseless pizza. But it would be better because it's not like I got a whole pizza that is just cheeseless and I know what I'm missing. Instead, I'm making like my own version of it, and then that's better to me. Better specifically to me. I don't know if it's better to anybody else, but you know, like in my little brain, in my heart of hearts, that's how I think it would work. Get trash, you suck, and you're terrible. Also, you're ugly. I apologize. I didn't need to come for your physical appearance. You didn't deserve that. But I don't know. Look in the mirror sometime, buddy. I'd tell you to look in the mirror, but I don't want you to break it and get 7 years of bad luck. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good insult. I've actually never heard anybody use that insult. You can use that. Use that in your daily life. Go roast somebody with that and come back and make sure you tell them that you got it from me. And then like tell me the results. Because like that sounds pretty dope. I'm gonna have to use that on somebody. Let's see how it goes. You could really tear someone up with that one. That's a hardcore one. There's nothing like a good roast that just like cuts you to your core, but like nobody even cussed in it. Like, they weren't like, yeah, you're a fucking bitch. They were just like called you so ugly or disgusting or fat or whatever it is, and you're just like, man, that dug deep. Especially if they like know you and they go for like, there's always that one friend that like takes the joke too far. So you're just like roasting each other back and forth, and suddenly they're just like, yeah, well, at least my dad didn't die in Afghanistan. And you're like, brother, what? Why would you say that? In what world would you ever say that to somebody? Not this one, and yet here you are doing it. Some people just don't really know self-control. They just kind of like rattle shit off the hip a little too hard. And everyone else is just there like, holy hell. The real kicker is my dad didn't actually die in Afghanistan, so joke's on him. I've just been telling people that to fuck with them. Yeah. Probably not a very good joke, but you know. I gotta do something for the talent show. Alright. I will say, you get some crazy, like... I don't like stand-up, for the most part. Some stand-up I think is kind of funny. But for the most part, like, old-school type stand-up that's, like, kind of still around to this day, I don't like it. And I think that the culture around, like, modern-day stand-up can be quite misogynistic and just homophobic sometimes. There's these a lot of comedians who just are doing the stand-up because they need the validation of being in a room full of people that are as shitty as them, just so they can be like, hey, so these gays, what's up with that? And then everyone in the crowd is like, you're telling me, Jimmy 2 Feet. And I'm like, Jimmy 2 Feet, they are not telling you, you're not telling them, you are not based right now, sir. This is just, you're on a different planet. It's not a good look, Jimmy 2 Feet. But, you know, it's what Jimmy 2 Feet wants to do at his time. I guess I can't really stop him. But, it's just, I feel like that's quite the vessel for modern day stand-up, you know, and it's kind of disappointing because I feel like stand-up has the potential to be quite a good art form that can really be very funny. Like Bo Burnham is an amazing artist, comedian, and he used to do on-stage type stuff, but of course his intertwines like music into his performances and whatnot, but he does like actual little stand-up type bits in between that, and it's always very humorous but actually transformative in a way and actually going to another level of making it interesting. Well, there we go there. So we actually did unlock this. Synergetic. Increase the chance of being offered synergy power-ups where applying one negative effect can chain. Oh! This is literally the perfect rune to make a build like we just did even stronger. Holy hell, we gotta try this again with that rune active. What else do we get? Arcane Orb. Launch a large orb in the direction you are aiming at, which applies exposed to targets it passes through. Additionally, this orb quickly fires additional projectiles in all directions, each dealing 70 damage. Interesting. So that's going to chain damage off of itself very, very well. And then Skill Affinity Arcane. Yeah, which is a pretty simple one right there. Damage-wise, Firebolt did crazy. I knew Firebolt could be pretty good. I'm glad we got that. Fire Pillar, of course, a little lackluster, but what it was doing was applying so much melting that it was very much worth it. Cool. That was a good one. Very, very happy with that. Well, hey, if you enjoyed, you want to go ahead and leave me a like, comment, subscribe, or hit that notification bell so you can see more in the future. I'd very much appreciate that. Go ahead and leave in the comments what you want to see, what character you want to see out of all these, and maybe I'll go ahead and get around to them next. But I really appreciate it. And this is a daily series, by the way, so if you do click that notification bell, you will get the series straight into your inbox every single day. But that is it for me today, so as always, have a great day.